This short video will show you how to create in-text notes and a bibliography in APA Style 6th edition. APA Style is used in the sciences and social sciences. When writing a research paper, we must give credit to all our sources of information. We always cite our sources when we quote another author's words, paraphrase or summarize an author's ideas, or base our writing on another author's research, writing, or artistic work. Within the text of your research paper, link your statements to the sources that back them up using notes in parentheses. Here is an example of parenthetical notes from a paper about globalization. This sentence summarizes an idea that was found in an article by Doss. Because the author's name is not mentioned in the sentence, the note in parentheses at the end of the sentence includes his last name, Doss, the date of publication, and the page number of his article where the idea was found. In this second example, the cited author, Stiglitz, is referred to in the sentence. Place a parenthetical note with the date the book was published just after Stiglitz's name. Then place a second parenthetical note at the end of the sentence containing the page number of his book where the quotation is located. The complete citations for Doss's article, Stiglitz's book, and all the paper's sources are listed in the bibliography at the end of the research paper. In APA Style, a bibliography is called a references section. Let's take a closer look at the references page. The heading, References, is centered. The entries are double-spaced and begin at the left margin. If an entry runs longer than one line, the following lines are indented a half an inch. This is known as a hanging indent. All entries are placed in alphabetical order with the author's last name first, followed by the initials of the first name and middle name if provided. If no author has been credited, the title of the work comes first and is placed in alphabetical order with all the other citations. In APA Style, only the first word of the title, the first word of the subtitle, and any proper name are capitalized. APA Style requires specific punctuation. Now let's examine the formats that are used for some common sources of research. A citation for a book looks like this. Begin with the author's last name, then the initials of the first name and the middle name. Next, put the publication date in parentheses and the title of the book in italics. The title and subtitle are separated by a colon. Then type the city where the book was published, a colon, and the publisher's name. In this case, our references page has more than one book by Joseph Stiglitz. The books are ordered by the publication date, with the earliest publication first. When citing a chapter in a book that was compiled by editors, the authors and the title of the chapter come first, before the book's editors and title. The editors' names are followed by capital EDS period in parentheses. If there is only one editor, write ED period. What if the book is an ebook from a database? The beginning format is the same. After the publisher, write retrieved from and the URL link to the database where the ebook was accessed. Let's look at journal articles in print and digital versions. Here is an article from a print edition of World Policy Journal. Begin with the author's last name, then first and middle initials. Then put the date in parentheses. The title of the article is not italicized, but the publication's name and the volume number are in italics. Then write the issue number inside parentheses, followed by the page numbers. The citation for an article found in a database is similar to the print citation. After the author, date, and title of the article, place the words electronic version in brackets. Then put the italicized title of the journal where the article was published, the volume, the issue in parentheses, and the page numbers. Since the database has provided a digital object identifier for this article, the DOI number is placed at the end of the citation. If the article has no DOI number, you may provide a URL for the web page where the article can be found. APA does not require the inclusion of database information, since database locations can change over time. What about sources found on the web? This television report, India Rising, from the news program Now, was found on the PBS website. The citation begins with the last names and the first initials of the program's producers, the word producers, and then the date the program aired in parentheses. The program's title, India Rising, comes next, with television broadcast in brackets, the word in, the initial of the first name and last name of the series executive producer, their job title in parentheses, the name of the series Now in italics, the city where the show was produced, and the network, PBS. With so many formats for so many different sources, how on earth do you figure out which one to use? MLA citations can be copied from the database where the article was found. Or you can enter the information into cite, a citation tool from Calvin College, which can be accessed from the BMCC Library homepage. On the main page of the BMCC Library website, click the APA link next to the words How to Cite. At the top of the page, select cite. On your left, you will see a list of sources. Click APA, then choose the type of source you want to cite. This is the journal article form. If it is a print journal, the fields look like this. When we click the button indicating the article was found online, the fields change to fit the source. Let's fill in all the pertinent information. When you type the source's title, only capitalize the first words of the title and subtitle and any proper names. Then click Submit. Voila! The citation is ready to copy and paste into our references page. You can use this tool for many of the citations you'll need. For further help, the BMCC Library website has other useful links. Check out the APA Formatting and Style Guide from the OWL, Purdue University's online writing lab. For specific questions, the publication manual of the American Psychological Association, 6th edition, is available at our BMCC Library reference desk. Your professor may also be a very good source of helpful advice about APA style. Need more help? Visit BMCC Library's Ask a Librarian webpage.